Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 2024 Oscatch World Cup. We got another match for you. It's going to be the 16th seed United Kingdom taking on the 17th seeded Mexico. I'm Doland, and I'll be joined in the booth by Snow Leopard.
Hey, how's it going?
Good as always. Back in the Catch World Cup here, and we've got the closest seed matchup of the weekend to wrap up day one of the round of 32 here, according to the UTC time. This will be the last match for Saturday, and it should be quite a good one, Snow Leopard.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited to see this one. Like you mentioned, seed 16 versus seed 17. This, on paper, should be the closest match, and we already got the rolls out of the way. Mexico winning, going for first ban with double time 3.
Yeah, and these bans should be very interesting because, you know, typically when the seed gap is wide, you see the lower seeded team go for like the no mod 1 ban, and then, you know, the lower seed team will just ban what they're bad at. But here, when the seeds get really close to each other, is when the bans get interesting because you have to study your opponent now. You have to ban for their weakness.
Yeah, and it's extra interesting that Mexico went with first ban, second pick. I sometimes see teams do that when they're the stronger team and they just want to steal a break point right off the bat to get things rolling. But with seeds being so close, interesting to get that first pick over to the UK.
It is an interesting choice, you know, but I think it also shows that they're quite comfortable and maybe they're just kind of wanting to see how the UK will play things. Make a reactionary pick here. And it is going to be no mod 4 banned by the United Kingdom. AFB map. A popular pick to start us off here. I know this is one of your favorite mappers, Snow Leopard.
Oh yeah, we love Crowley. I love to see Crowley maps in tournaments. If you ever play any of mine, you're going to see Crowley maps. Glad to see we got him in CWC as well.
Yeah, definitely has a good taste in music. Whether you like the mapping style or not, Crowley selects bangers.
That is true, yeah. Got a very unique mapping style, but bangers always. Interesting that the only convert in the pool getting banned, that no mod 4, is an AFB set, but low guessed difficulty for a convert map. Zealous? I think hopefully I'm pronouncing that right.
Close enough. But Double Time has been quite the popular mod pool here. From what we've seen so far, out of just the handful of matches we've had, teams have been gravitating towards that Double Time pool. And kind of following suit here to open this one up, the United Kingdom are going to have Withered Lotus, Matt H, and Darned Urchin in the lobby. For Mexico, it's going to be X-Gunt, Firu, and Estrella.
Yeah, and those familiar with Mexico's plays previously, X-Gunt is Gunter. Definitely seen him around the tournament scene quite a bit.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a really good name change. But anyway, here we go. First map of the match. The opening pick from the UK, Double Time 1.
Yeah, so far just a very slight advantage to the UK from some accuracy drops from Australia and X-Gunt.
Yeah, so far that's it. The only difference maker. About 3,000 points of accuracy as the UK still rocking the triple double S. Building into that first key eye, we'll see how that fares. Darned Urchin is going to be the first miss for the United Kingdom, traded by X-Gunt and Estrella. So advantage United Kingdom.
Another miss from X-Gunt going to be coming out. Extend that lead a little bit further, reaching towards 40,000.
But that trade from Matt H is going to slow things down here, and now it's actually going back towards Mexico. Another miss from X-Gunt. That's not going to be too detrimental because Astria has just recovered to that 200 combo mark. So that lead is going to stabilize at right about 50,000 points for the UK. Oh, Darned Urchin is going to drop, traded by Astria, so it's going to park right at 50k once again and hold.
Another miss from X-Gunt halfway through the map now. Starting to get a bit of a lead built for the UK, but still plenty of time for Mexico to make a comeback.
It's Fear and Withered Lotus holding things down with the full combos. But aside from that, Matt H, Darn Urchin, the only ones with 200 combo. The Mexican players are now approaching that threshold. The damage now up to 80k in favor of the United Kingdom. Mexico are going to need to see a little bit of a meltdown here. They're going to need 2, maybe 3 misses perhaps to flip this. And there's one.
There's one.
Oh, but traded by Firu. And yep, after those misses, both players who were holding the full combos dropping, and that is not what Mexico needed, as that lead is now 100k in favor of the United Kingdom, and it looks as if they're going to take this opening DT pick.
Yeah, so handing over that first pick, probably not going quite as Mexico hoped. But at least they have an idea now how these mods will play out, how they want to play around that.
Yeah, an interesting choice there for Mexico to defer after winning the roll, but I mean, it's not a detriment. They will get their first pick now here. Maybe just wanted to see how the UK would play things, and electing to go for DT and showing their skill set here quite nicely. Matt H, 973,000 points, just barely edging out Firu for the MVP in the lobby. Withered Lotus not too far behind. And now it is going to be Mexico's pick. So we'll get a look at the map pool and we'll see where they might want to go here. Probably not going to be double time 2 if I had to guess.
Yeah, I imagine they'll probably avoid double time. We already saw they banned double time 3.
From what I do know, Mexico typically, at least historically in the past, has been decent on Hard Rock. Might go for that or a mixed mod. And it is going to be mixed mod 1 here. A pretty safe pick. It's always interesting to see how the teams line up here on mixed mod. But Mexico not wanting to dive headfirst into a mod here.
I like the choice of on mixed mod 1, MX1, Mexico 1.
Yeah.
Already claiming the point. Brilliant strategy.
Sometimes you just have to have the confidence. It is going to be approach rate 9 here, about 3 minutes in length, 172 BPM. It's a pretty standard overdose here in the mixed mod 1 slot, so it's going to test kind of your overall consistency here on Hard Rock and Hidden respectively. The question is, where will the mods line up? We see StatsKoon checking in. Capable Hidden player.
I think mixed mod 1 been a bit more popular than mixed mod 2 recently. It is the approach rate 9 instead of the 8.6 for mixed mod 2, so a little bit easier on those hidden players.
It looks like just one substitution here. StatsKoon checking in for Withered Lotus. And we'll see how these mods line up. It is going to be StatsKoon on Hidden with Firu. On Hard Rock, it'll be Darned Urchin against Xgunt, who is also taking Hidden with the Hard Rock. And Matt H and Astrea going for the no mods here. You know, my favorite part about mixed mods is they always display the mods on the screen in a different way every single match. This is the first time I've seen the hidden players on top, though. I love our priorities are straight here, but StatsKoon will be finding an opening miss here.
Spotlight on him, shining a bit too brightly, but has recovered nicely.
And Xgunt is going to find a miss here for the United Kingdom, as well as Astrea. That's 2 misses down now. Fear the lone FC for Mexico. And that lead with the United Kingdom now going to start growing quite rapidly.
Do get another miss from Darn Urchin. A couple there. Wasn't quite getting those jumps. That will help Mexico a little bit, but just had some catch up to play. Xgunt still not at 200 combo yet, or Astrea for that matter.
Yeah, that will keep Mexico from running away with it. That gap's going to stabilize at about 40,000. It's Statscoon and Matt H holding things down for the United Kingdom. Fear doing some solid work. X-Gun now looking nice, recovering to 200. That'll start to turn things around. And Mexico will recover a little bit of that lead back, but X-Gun is going to go down again right as Darned Urchin hits 200. That's devastating, Snow Leopard.
Yeah, Estrella as well. And now we can see that score lead just rising rapidly over to the UK. Approaching 90,000. I believe should hit 100 by the time Mexico's fully recovered. And yeah, there we are.
Yeah, things are looking pretty good for the United Kingdom halfway through. 100,000 points is definitely a comfortable lead, but can be overturned. Darn Urchin is going to drop. Mexico will still need far more help than that to retake this lead.
Yeah, we're doing really well. Unfortunately, X-Gun and Australia struggling a little bit on this one. X-Gun with that couple misses there. A little below 98% into that A rank category.
Yeah, Matt H and Statscoon absolutely locked in for the United Kingdom, as well as Firu doing some good work for Mexico, but as you pointed out, his teammates just struggling. We are running out of map, and that score lead is quite wide.
I was surprised we didn't see Lucha coming in for this one. Hopefully Lucha is available for later on. Mexico's star players.
Yeah, it is going to make you wonder about the potential availability of the roster here for Mexico. But it is going to be an opening break point here for the United Kingdom. They'll start strong with the 2-0 lead, and they'll have the next pick.
Yeah, wonderful start for the UK. Exactly what they were hoping for there. Another pretty one-sided victory, at least towards the end. It was fairly close earlier on.
Matt H picking up the double S as well as the MVP in the lobby. Fear was so close, unfortunately just found one droplet miss. And the UK will instantly be picking Hard Rock 1.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. They're seeing the Hard Rock struggle for Mexico on that last one.
Mapped by the one and only WWWWW.
Yeah, we got Yoshi Gween helping out with the guest difficulty as well.
Yep.
Very
you gotta love these
Canadian map.
difficulty names. Well, as I've learned, Snow Leopard, not as Canadian as you might think, as we learned moments ago. But that is a story for another time.
Absolutely,
Yes.
yeah. Got to keep some mystery behind the scenes. But,
Right. You can't spill all the tea. There's nothing left. But anyway, we'll digress into this AR9. 200 BPM, just over 3 minutes in length. Hard Rock is going to take that AR up to 10. Make things a little bit trickier. But these teams have some decent Hard Rock players here. And Mexico going to be making their first substitution.
I don't know, though, because we can see chat. X-Gun is going to be restarting, so perhaps having some client issues. I imagine going to be coming back, which does point to perhaps Lucha not being available for the match, which is really unfortunate for Mexico if that's true.
Yeah, that definitely would be unfortunate if they're not available, but we will get to see Eliminate checking in for the United Kingdom. Their first map of the match, Wither Lotus checking back in. Matt H, the pillar for the United Kingdom, remains. It looks like we'll be trying to get X-Gun back in the lobby for Mexico.
Every time we say X-Gun, I keep thinking I hear X-Gun.
I know, it's such a good name change. Gunter hit us with a great name change, but there he is, back in the lobby. They're all ready now for this Hard Rock 1 pick. Our referee, K, sends them on their way. And we're into round number 3, Snow Leopard.
Absolutely. Some more hard rock. Let us see. Can Xgunt do a bit better now with that restart? Hopefully cleared up any issues. We already know Firu doing well, but he wasn't on hard rock, so let's see how hard rock goes.
And we'll also have to keep our eyes on Eliminate. But you got to feel like Eliminate's had this map scouted and been practicing if they're coming in for hard rock.
Yeah, that is one benefit having the whole roster there. You got to pick them up.
And,
You can
and it
have your
looks
teammate
like
practice.
Eliminate may have eliminated the client.
Yeah.
Oh, never
there
mind.
we are.
Never mind. Just waiting for a caster curse. I see it. I see it. So finally, into Hard Rock 1.
Starting out pretty well. Really even slight advantage to Mexico. Ever so slight though. That has to be spinner advantage because Xgunt dropped a little accuracy. Everyone else with the double S.
That will be a slight spinner advantage to the Mexican side. See how things go for Xgunt, still taking hidden with the Hard Rock. So far so good for all of our players. Now we're going to be building into that first big Ki. We'll see how the players fare.
Yeah, quarter way into the map. There's a bit of a longer one, 3 minutes, 19 seconds. Australia gonna be the first to miss.
Yeah, just got caught out there on that quick dash back to the center. That is advantage United Kingdom. Another miss for Astrea.
Left a bit early on that hyper. Not what Mexico was hoping for here. Gonna build back up, but now a healthy 65, probably approaching 70,000 score advantage to the UK.
It's a devastating miss just because the UK looks so comfortable, all three of their players. Really good accuracies. Halfway through the map, they have a little cushion now.
Yeah, Mexico has recovered though, so if UK has a same unfortunate event like Mexico did, could swing things back to the center.
We'll see how that consistency is on the British side as Mexico have done a good job recovering the combos above that threshold necessary to capitalize off a miss. But now they have to wait, see if the British provide one.
Approaching that last quarter of the map, and Xgunt gonna find a miss.
Yep, and now Mexico's approaching disaster point here. They're gonna need essentially a double or triple miss from the United Kingdom, and it just, with those accuracies and the platter control that I'm seeing right now on the left-hand side of the screen, it does not look like that's gonna be the case. And it looks like it's gonna be an emphatic statement made by the British on this Hard Rock 1 pick.
Yeah, they're looking real comfortable. Oh no, Eliminate, no!
No, welcome to the World Cup Eliminate. Ay, ay, ay. I know the pain all too well, my friend.
Still a wonderful, I can't speak, a wonderful performance from the UK.
Eliminated my brain cells for a second there.
Yeah.
But it is going to be a healthy margin for the United Kingdom, about 105,000 points, the final margin. It'll be a double FC. Eliminate will come in with 985,000 points, which is one of the better scores in the lobby. Is still good for fourth place in the lobby. Not bad on a one miss. And now Mexico down 3-0, facing potentially their last pick if they can't convert this point.
Yeah, things looking a bit rough for Mexico, but again, I think Lucha's not available for this match, which is a huge loss to Mexico. Firu and Lucha are very well known, very experienced in the tournament scene. Bit of a dynamic duo for Mexico.
Yeah, and that's actually tragic if that is the case for Mexico, and it's looking like it's likely because we would have probably seen Lucha in at least one of those three maps by now. And it is going to be no mod 2 picked for Mexico. It's boss time, dude.
A little My Lab map coming out. Love to see it. I think a lesser known mapper, but met him at COE a few times. Really cool dude.
Well, sounds like he's pretty known then.
Yeah, he's known to me. I don't see his maps in tournaments as much, although I don't know how much mapping he does. I'll look into it. Either way, though, it's going to be the map picked, and I think it's had a couple picks this weekend, so it's been working out well.
We've seen it a few times. Definitely quite the dynamic no mod 2 pick here. The techie, just kind of super technical specific map. A very unique skill set indeed, and we're going to see Statskun back in for the United Kingdom. And for Mexico, it is going to be just the same 3 players. And you have to wonder how many of their players are just not available.
Yeah, well, we know Lucha almost certainly can't be available. He would have been in by now, so yeah. There are some questions about the rest of the roster. Don't know. I'm not as familiar with their strengths and weaknesses, though, so it's hard to say whether or not they would be subbed in. Imagine at least one sub by now, though, so they might be missing multiple players.
All right, we're going to see Darned Urchin back in for the United Kingdom. Got a little baited there with Statskun.
You're just coming to say hey.
Round number 4, Mexico looking to get on the board here so they can at least guarantee themselves one more pick in this match. Say what you want, I'm the motherfucker. Relatively tame intro here, but it rapidly changes into the first key eye. You can already see some of those technical sliders there. Eliminate is going to be the first player caught out. Advantage to Mexico.
Yeah, good start for Mexico, and it is a short map. 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
Yeah, and these 3 players are very much capable. Just without their star players, they're going to have to play maps that they wouldn't normally have planned on playing. Why losing players is so unfortunate. But you see here, they're looking good on this one. Fear is going to finally drop, and that'll be the first miss from Mexico. Eliminate has recovered, so this should level out that margin, but Mexico will see that they have a slight advantage, and as long as they recover, they have a chance to take this point halfway through. And it might come down to spinners if nobody else drops.
It really could, yeah. Both drops were above 200 combos, so it should even out, but X-Gun.
That's going to change things now. Advantage for the United Kingdom. A 1-miss lead.
UK find a miss soon. I think it'll tie it back up, and it could come down to spinner. There we go, eliminate.
That was the player that had already missed. I don't know if that's going to change things, but that will halt the UK from running away with the score advantage. Mexico now pulling it back slowly. Astrea goes down, misses a lot there, and that might be enough. 30,000 points with that much map. They're going to need a double or triple miss coming out now, and it's not. I think the United Kingdom will be able to hold on as Astrea completely falls apart here.
Disaster for Mexico at the end.
It looked so good until it wasn't.
It was just about to flip over. I think that miss from Eliminate was enough to tie it up again. All the misses were above 200 combo. That should have tied it up, but yeah, just unfortunate stumble at the end. Now UK match point and their pick.
And Darned Urchin with the double S coming away with the MVP slot, edging out Matt H. And a solid 2-map debut here for Eliminate. A 3 miss and a 1
Hard Rock
miss.
2 been picked.
Gotta go for the Hard Rock Convert to try to close things out.
I wish that was true. Fortunately, it is a specific. There's only a single convert in the pool, no mod 4, and I'm still gonna yell at Connor for that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot they changed things. You can't just go by the numbers anymore.
I think there'll be maybe additional ones later on. Might be like 2 no mods instead of 1, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, just no mod 4 for this round.
The man wants his converts.
Absolutely. They stole my warm-ups. I gave that up. I can't take my converts too. Come on.
I'm gonna have to rise up as the players getting set now. Looks like there's gonna be no substitutions here as we get right into Hard Rock 2. As the client syncs up, it's going to be the same 6 players we just saw going right back at it.
Yeah, everyone will be nicely warmed up, ready to go. But X-Gun, can find that miss.
Going for the early miss strat.
It is an advantage if UK misses later on.
Yeah, that is true because it's way before 200 in the first 20 combo. So it could pan out, but for now it's going to be a slight advantage. And that's another miss from X-Gun, around 100 combo.
Yeah, that's going to start adding up.
And yeah, you have to wonder if it's a roster issue. It looks like it is a roster issue here for Mexico, with just no Lucha. And Darned Urchin will finally trade one of those misses back.
Yeah, 1 or 2, maybe even 3 of those early misses from X-Gun would have been fine. A little pause there, a little interesting, but enough now, though, that even that miss from Darned Urchin not going to make a difference. Eliminate now finding his first miss.
Yeah, the problem is they're 100k in the hole, even though those misses finally did come out. And from X-Gun there, sometimes, you know, if you're caught in a really bad miss and catch, sometimes it is better to just stop, not move, and reset, and catch the next fruit that you can get to. Because sometimes you'll try to go for a fruit that you actually can't get to, and it will further worsen the situation. So taking that pause, getting his bearings about him, back up to 200 combo. But unfortunately for Mexico, that's a big score gap.
Yeah, like you mentioned, seemed to work. X-Gun all the way up to 216 combo now, so nice recovery. Shows good nerves.
Now they're going to see that they're pretty far behind here with a third of the map left. It's not impossible, but oh, there is a miss from Matt right in the slow section. They're going to need a couple more. There's Darned Urchin going down. Right. Eliminate the only player above 200 combo for the United Kingdom.
But they're going to need some consistent misses.
Oh, Matt H, wait a minute. The Mexican players are finding some late form here. Astria will trade that miss for Matt H. Not what they needed, but half of that lead is gone. From 150k down to 75k. But the Mexicans are running out of time. The British will find some form here at the end. Biru and Matt H will trade, and that will be it. 5-0 to the United Kingdom.
Yeah, it was a nice attempt at the end there for Mexico. Like you said, really kind of caught their bearings, got some stuff going, but fortunately, a little too much damage dealt. That will be a clean sweep 5-0 to the UK. Kind of surprising given the seeding difference, but I believe, like you said, it's mostly that roster issue. Hopefully, in the following matches, we'll get that sorted out. It won't be as big of an issue.
Yeah, definitely deprived us, though, of something that could have been just a great match. You know, those two teams would have just gone potentially the distance had we had full-powered rosters. But the United Kingdom The better team today asserted their dominance and take a convincing 5-0 victory. They will advance to face the winner of the United States and Estonia, which will happen tomorrow. Mexico will face the loser of that match. But that is going to wrap up day 1 of the first weekend of the 2024 Osketch World Cup. We'll be back tomorrow in approximately 12 to 13 hours, 9 UTC. Belgium, Philippines. Now that, Snow Leopard, that's a match.
That's a banger match for sure. I'm really excited for that one. So definitely make sure you guys do not miss that. 9 UTC, about 13 hours. But till then, that's it for us today. I've been Snow Leopard here with Dolan. Thank you guys all for watching. And we hope you'll be back tomorrow to see some more awesome matches.